Hello, people of God. I'm back. I'm back for Logos and Rhema. I'm back. And so, the title of this message is Be Prepared to Pivot. We need to be prepared to pivot. My chair, my office chair that I sit in to study, to make videos, to worship, and do all that I do, it broke yesterday with me in it, and I fell out of it. That chair was special to me because I picked it out for my Christmas gift a few years ago. It was pink, my favorite color. It still looks brand new, but for some reason, underneath was compromised, I guess, by the weight of my body. And so it broke yesterday and I fell out of it. And so now I have to be prepared to get a different chair. I need a chair. I'm out of my place. But I had to be prepared to pivot. I had to turn. I had to be prepared to make a change um, right then. Uh, no, the choice was not left up to me. My chair broke. I cannot sit in it. So I had to be prepared to shift. This is my prayer wall here. So I'm over here rather than over there at my desk. So earlier this year, no, last month, before we had the fire conference, the Lord began to tell me that He was turning for me my mourning into dancing. He said that He was turning it around for me. You know that song. It's turning around for me. He's turning my situation around. And so he said for us at the conference, he wanted us to dance because he said it's a season of rejoicing. This is the season to rejoice. No matter what's going on in the world, this is the season to rejoice. And you always have something to rejoice about. We rejoice about the goodness of the Lord. I may not be where I want to be right now, but I rejoice because God is good and He's given me another chance. So I rejoice. He has turned for me my mourning into dancing. I have been in a mourning period. I have not been crying a whole lot, but it does hit me that I lost my mama last December. I mean, you know how grief is. It hits you like when you least expect it sometimes. Sometimes a thought just crosses your mind and then you're right back there. But the Lord has turned for me my mourning into dance. And I still cry because I still miss mama. But I rejoice, even in tears. I dance even in tears. I have joy even though I have tears because I had a chance with her and I had a chance to be there with her, to serve her uh, before she left here. I had a chance to witness to her. I had a chance to talk to her about the love of Jesus. I had a chance. So I rejoice. I rejoice. I still think about my brother who I lost in 2008 under horrible circumstances. And that was so hard on me. That was the hardest thing I'd ever gone through. But I rejoice. I rejoice because God allowed me to lead him to Christ months before he left this world. I don't rejoice only because of that. I rejoice because of the goodness of the Lord that he allowed me that time with my brother. He allowed my brother's heart to be pliable, to receive. I rejoice. Even though things aren't all perfect and everything is not wrapped in beautiful gift paper, I still rejoice. So we have to be prepared to pivot from the old season. We have to be prepared to turn to the new season. In California last week, I preached between doors. We know that this new Jewish year, 5784, is the year of the door. And so the closed door, you're between a closed and an open door. The closed or the closing door is the door of your old season, the old things, your old situation, your old level. But the open door is the door to the new. A lot of times we want to hang on to the old because it's comfortable. We know what to expect in the old. But God was preparing us in the old season for the new season. And between doors is simply transition. And transition can be very difficult because of what I just said. We get used to being in the old season. We know what to expect. We have the same people in our lives. We just know it. We get used to a situation, whether it's good or bad, and we could get comfortable in it. And so we just don't like to let it go. And I just think about, like, in a job, when you get tired of your old job, but you're really scared to move on to a new job because you don't know what to expect. You don't know what kind of supervisor you're gonna have. You don't know if you're gonna like your coworkers. You don't know if it's gonna work well for you. You just don't know. So sometimes you just stay where you are, even though that's old. Even though you know it's time to move. Even though you know that you're a different person and you need a new atmosphere for the new that God has built on the inside of you. We have to step out. Don't stay in between doors, waiting for the old door to open back up. It's closing for a reason. God don't want you there. Turn around, pivot, turn to what God has turned towards you. Turn to the open door. Walk in the door that God has for you. And so we just have to be prepared to pivot. God is turning your situation, and He has already prepared you for it. All you have to do is step into the new. Be prepared to pivot. I had two dreams last night, and both of them were about two women that I know in ministry. One woman had to be prepared to move, even if it was just temporary. She had to be prepared to move. And in the next dream, the other woman, she had to decide on whether she was going to take an offer that somebody made to her for a position in their church. She had to make that decision. So with that decision, it would change her location and change her life. So she had to be prepared to pivot because she was going to do whatever God told her to do. So in an instant, they both had to prepare to pivot. They had to be prepared to turn from everything that they know, everything that is familiar. Just like God told Abraham, told him to leave his father's house and go to a land that He would show him. He didn't know where he was going. He was following God. And so that's what we have to do. We have to be prepared to pivot, even if it's on a dime, even if you didn't see it coming. When God tells you to move, you have to move. That's the word that I have for you today. Be prepared to pivot. Don't get stuck in the familiar. Open your eyes, open your heart, open your mind to the new levels, the new territories, the new things, the new seasons that God has for you. God bless you, people of God.